sisters, as you made a wise choice to come to Africa. I've been here for over 20 years, and I can tell you this place is very special because the whole problem we have in America with the pollution and the problems of the racism and all of that have affected us. So when you come to Africa, you should know that this is a place where you can actually heal yourself from all of that contamination that have overtaken us in America. This is a healing place, and so this is an opportunity to, this is a place you come for self-development. So I remember there was an expression in America, women were saying that they were unfinished women. They were not complete, and they felt they had been hurt by the environment and the racism and so forth. So when you come here, you can get healed, and as you get healed, you will think of all of the things that are possible, how you can contribute to making this place great. And, you know, some people come here and they complain about the problems, you know. The water in the hotel wasn't hot, the different things that they came across, they found that society was somewhat broken down. But the other way to look at it is that whatever's wrong with Africa, that's an opportunity for you to come in and do something. That's what we've been denied in America. Because in the white man's world, he's fixed everything, and now all you're supposed to do is follow his instructions, right? All his instructions, he's showing you where A, B, and C is, what green light to cross at. But here, there's a lot of things that are not in order, like the brother was saying about the plastic in the ground. That's a beautiful thought that you might want to come here and find some way to do away with the plastics. But you know what? If you can find a way to make those plastics into something useful, that is a business automatically, because if you tell the Ghana government, I have got a product I've developed from the plastics, please buy this product from me, they're actually obligated to take it, because they haven't done anything about the plastic problem, and so the pressure would be on them to buy whatever you have. So if you can make pencils out of the plastics, or whatever you think you can make, go ahead with it. But just generally, there's a lot of opportunities here, and I encourage you to find a way to find your place in here, because this is definitely the future. And it is not anywhere in America that you can advance yourself. So I encourage you to explore the possibilities and know that there is a place for you here. Because this is where we belong. This is the dream Marcus Starr we had, is that we would return to Africa. And the opportunity to come here is definitely opening up more and more every day. So I encourage you to continue to come and continue to find a way to get involved here. So thank you very much.
You know, Gabriel's a unique brother. Gabriel wanted to come to Africa 20 years ago, but he didn't have the money. You know, he always tells the story. I have to share it with you briefly. He didn't have any money. He went to Hawaii working as a security job. And one day he was going home and he stumbled over something and fell. He sued the complex. Of course, you know, in Hawaii, you know, they like black people. So the Japanese that was there, you know, they was fighting against him. They didn't want to, you know, acknowledge that they had made a mistake and had some wires over a building that he tripped over. Make a long story short, Gabriel sued the people, the Japanese, and got some of that money. You understand? And bought him a ticket. So let's give him a round of applause. So whatever you want to do, he wanted to come to Africa. And see, once you make a decision, something happens. Make a decision, and the universe will open up. So that was the universe opening up for Gabriel. You understand? He said, I'm going to Africa. He didn't know how, but he put it in his mind, and the Japanese, you know, they got a lot of money. So he got some of that Japanese money. So put it in your mind, and who knows, you may get some of the Japanese money too. All right, we got a few more minutes, so any more questions, any more comments? I want to thank my worker, Brother Kwabena. He's been there a lot, and Sister Sevilla with the clothes, you know, done a great job. You know, again, this is about loving ourselves, you know. Before you can love somebody else, you got to love yourself. Okay? I always say that because it's really time for us to really look at ourselves and let's really go to another level with ourselves. Let's treat ourselves, as one brother said, better than a Rolls Royce. Okay? Let's not treat ourselves like a Volkswagen anymore. Let's go beyond, let's go past the Rolls Royce, speaking in a parable.